The other day, I was right in the middle of one of those chaotic work days. Meetings, notifications, emails, Teams messages, everything arriving at once. You know, those days where your laptop feels busier than you are. So, somewhere in between all of that, I got a message from my spouse. Can you check our account balance? So, I opened the bank's WhatsApp service, I sent a message, and within seconds, I got the balance. Simple, done. A few minutes later, another message arrived. Can you also get the mini statement? So I got that too. Then came another one. What about check status? Same chat, same number, same flow. And then came the question that made me stop for a second. Wait, all of this happens in the same chat? And honestly, that question was interesting. Because if you think about it, behind that one WhatsApp window, completely different systems are probably doing the work. Account systems, transaction systems, check systems, different databases, different logic. But from our side, it all looks one simple conversation. And oddly enough, that reminded me of something I see almost every day while working with Linux, because Linux has a very similar idea. People often say Linux treats everything as a file, and when I first heard that, I thought, wait, what? Because a keyboard is not a file, a hard disk is absolutely not a file, a network connection definitely is not a file. So, what exactly does Linux mean here? Imagine if every application had to learn completely different ways to talk to different things. That is one method for keyboards, another method for disk, another for printers, another for network devices. That would become messy very quickly. Linux looked at the problem and said, let's not create separate rules for everything. Let's create one common language. Open something, read from it, write to it, and close it. That's it. Same interaction regardless of what's underneath. And suddenly, slash dev starts making much more sense, because this is where Linux exposes many devices using that same interface. For more details, click on my previous video where I have explained all the directories within Linux and why there are so many directories. So continuing this, for example, try this in your system. Cat slash dev slash random. Suddenly random data starts appearing on your screen because Linux says random generator. Sure, treat it as like a file. Then there is one of my favorites, slash dev slash null. This is Linux's black hole. Whatever goes in just disappears. No questions asked. So when people say Linux treats everything as a file, they don't mean everything literally becomes a text file. The real idea is much simpler. Linux gives programs one consistent way to interact with many different things underneath. If Linux concepts feel easier when explained through stories, you are in the right place. Subscribe, like, and share to Tech Circumference, and let's keep making complex technology simple. Thank you for watching.